Hi there, I'm Dr. Mike Ashby. I'm delighted to welcome you to the Breakthrough Companies Active Management Program. We are really excited about the potential for this program to make a big difference to you, to your career, and to your organisation. Now, in this short opening, I just want to give you a bit of an overview of how the whole thing works. People ask us what's different about this program, about the Breakthrough. There's lots of these things around. We know that. It's a big industry. There are a lot of others around, but we've designed this to make the biggest impact for the least effort, and that's really critical. You're going to see what we mean and why we're so steeped and so serious about that idea of the biggest impact for the least effort, because one of our fundamental principles is about simplicity. We believe that making things simple can make things a whole lot more effective. So look, this session is just a quick walk through how the program works, and I think you will see that we're able to deliver on that promise of making a significant and permanent difference in your performance as a manager, in your success as a manager, most importantly. So what have you got to do? First off, click on the link in the email that's going to come to you. That'll take you to our online learning site. Go to the course, watch the videos and the modules. This shouldn't take any more than 20 minutes. We're really taking this principle of simplicity seriously. Read the workbook that goes with the course, and when I say workbook, it's more of a work magazine because generally we've tried to keep it to a couple of pages. You can get other resources as well. Do the exercise that's contained in the modules, and that's really important because that gets you to apply the learning, gets you to think about the content. It makes you think about what's said and apply it in your situation, and that's how learning happens, we know that. But most important, you'll then choose a skill out of that exercise that you're going to practice over the following period. A month later, you'll click on the link in the next email and you can rinse and repeat for the next 12 months or until you've learned enough to be dangerous. Critical in this is how to make it work. Look, the most important thing you've got to do is schedule a time to do the work. If you just say, I'll get around to it, you actually won't. We know this. Look, it's absolutely guaranteed. The first step is to make a commitment to watch the video and read the material, do the exercises, and choose a practice, right? That's the first bit. It's half an hour. The really important part in that kind of setting it up is locking it in your diary. This is the time to do the work. This is the time to watch, to read, think about what you're doing. And then the really critical part after that is to honor your commitment. That's maybe the most important thing of all. One of the first steps in change, and we're talking about change here, is making a commitment to change and then honoring the commitment. And the best managers, that's what they do. They honor their commitment. They do what they say what they're going to do, and they do what they say they're going to do. It would be so easy to slither out from under it, to find reasons to be busy, kind of not get round to it, etc. But that's how you stay where you are. That's how you make zero progress. That's how you make this program a failure. The way you make progress is to make a commitment for change and then honour your commitment. And we'll talk about the importance of honouring your commitment because some of this stuff is going to be uncomfortable. And that's the point. The challenge, we want you to choose exercises and practices that feel uncomfortable. Don't choose something you're already good at. Great musicians, great performers at any level, that's what they do. They all do things they don't know how to do until they do know how to do them. And they practice them and practice them and practice them until they don't make mistakes. The big part of personal growth that this is really about comes from taking on stuff that's hard and having a go, not sticking at what you know and what you're comfortable with. Your brain always wants to go down the easy path. And we'll talk a little later about how all that works. Your brain always wants to avoid that kind of hard work, especially when no one is watching. Of course, the only person you're cheating by taking the easy path is yourself. And the opportunity you've got in front of you to grow and develop into a truly great manager, that's what you're giving up. Another really important element of this is the conversation that you have with your manager about your practice exercise. Now that gives you a chance to get some mentoring and coaching direct from them. I'm going to tell you a secret. Whenever we talk to a boss, a manager, an MD, and we say, how much time do you spend training and coaching your people? They will always say, not enough. It's never enough. Why is that? Well, you know, it's hard to create those opportunities for a conversation. That's what they tell us. What they're saying is they don't have a structure or a discipline around creating training and mentoring opportunities with their people. Your boss, your manager, is going to work with you each month. You're going to have a discussion about the practices that you've chosen, what you're learning in the program. That's their commitment that they've made as part of signing you up for this program. So it's not just about you. They are going to spend at least 10 to 15 minutes going through the practice you've chosen last time, talking about here's how it's gone. And they might have some observations about the progress you're making or how you might do it better. And then you'll say, okay, so here's the exercise I'm going to practice for the next month. What do you reckon? And you'll have a conversation, and they might say, hey, you know, the communication skill example for, that's about eye contact. Well, their comment might be, hey, actually what you really need to do is kind of learn to listen without interrupting. Whatever, it's going to be valuable. It's going to be a good conversation for you, a good conversation for them. That's built into the program. That's one of the hidden values, if you like, that we're sure is going to be a really important part of keeping the momentum for change going. Also built into the program, because we know how important it is peer support. Moral courage is found in a group. I've seen this time and time again. You get, this is where you get inspired, you get held to account, where you get scared, where you think, oh man, I've got to get this exercise done because, the meeting's coming up in a week's time. This is your CoLab group. Once a month, you'll get together with your peers and the Breakthrough Coach. You'll discuss what you've learned along with your achievements for the month, because that's about how you build confidence in yourself. You're going to make some commitments for the next month. What are you going to be practicing? What are you going to be working on? What are you going to deliver? And you're going to hear from others about the challenges they face, the successes they've had. And there'll be people you think, actually they're not as good as me, and they're doing this great stuff, so really, why aren't I? Or you hear about how they've overcome obstacles and you can't fail to be inspired. Now, these are people you know, and it's a great opportunity to get some real team dynamics as you look to help each other, challenge each other, because that's a really important part of being a good manager, and support each other. So, we've thought about all of it in terms of creating a program that gives you the fastest way to get from good to great. We focused it very much on making it practical, because we know that it's the practice of management that is the fastest way to develop the most important skills. We've kept it simple. We've done everything with all the IP we've developed over many years of learning, management learning, leadership learning. This package of relatively simple, short content, focus on applying it, focus then on practicing the skill that's involved, the CoLab group, the conversation with the MD, all of those things, it's all part of the package. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to step up. We know that experienced managers would tell you that the most valuable management training they've done is the effectiveness training. And that's what this is. Let's get on with the work.